Hey guys, it's Lala. You're watching Lala Tarot. Today we're going to be taking a look at my August deck haul. Well, really, it's not just a deck haul, it's everything I got in the month of August that goes towards my divinatory practice. And so you're going to see candles, books. We're going to talk about everything that I just picked up and collected. So make sure that you stay tuned, grab you a cup of something nice and cozy and warm. Make sure you're subscribing, girl. Make sure that you hit that like button, you're sharing, do all that stuff for me, please. I really do appreciate you guys so much. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, I have about 15 decks that I want to show you today, and I have a ton of little spooky stuff. So you see the theme, you see the setup. It's all about that spooky life, and that's what we're going to get into today. So let's start with the books because I only have really two. So let's start there. So one of the things I picked up in August is this Hocus Pocus spell book. I'm excited to look at this and see what it's all about. It says it's a guide to spells, potions, and hexes for the aspiring Salem witch. I don't know if I'm an aspiring Salem witch, but I love the Hocus Pocus tarot, and I was just interested to see what this was all about. I really do love the font in this book. I love the print. I think it's so pretty. And I do feel like it connects me to the Sanderson sisters. It connects me to the Hocus Pocus movie a lot more. It goes into the Wheel of the Red Witch. So I'm really excited to see what information this book shares with me and how I can get deeper into it. As you keep going, you do get this spell, like these spells. So this one is the Dead Man's Toe. This one says of leg and ligament. This one talks about enchanted dishes of red witches. So it's kind of cool, right? Like this is cool for spooky season. And this talks about a witch's noodle soup. And I don't know, I really like it. And even if it's for nothing more than just show, within my house, I like it. I like the prints, I like the artwork, and I'm looking forward to just having it, and playing with it and seeing if there's any spooky little spells in here that I don't mind casting. Look at this. Oh my God, so cute. It talks about precious stones and crystals of power. It goes into a lot of different stones, amethyst, dark diamond, quartz, things. Some of these I haven't even heard of before. Really, really pretty. And it gives you a little spell that you can cast and stuff. So that's really nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going in this book and just diving in and seeing all that it offers. And even if it's just for show in my house, I think it's very cute for the spooky season. You could put it out on display. And the best thing about it is this book was super duper affordable. It was somewhere around like 12 bucks or something like that. So I'm excited. This again is the Hocus Pocus spell book by Disney, and I recommend it. If you just want to kind of add a little book to your table or what have you, this one is really fun. All right, so let's take a look at the second thing that I picked up in August for our spooky season. I grabbed the Sweet and Creepy coloring book. So this is something that I've been getting into a little bit more, is coloring books. I don't have a lot of downtime, okay? That is something that really I struggle with. I struggle with having downtime and simplicity. I'm always busy. I always have something that I could be doing or will be doing. So coloring grounds me. So if I have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however, if I can make some time to color, I feel like this would be something that grounds me, and that's something that I really need. Being a busy person isn't something that's always the most peaceful. So I need that downtime. And so I really like this one. I love the pictures in it, and I'm looking forward to coloring. I have my color pencils, I have my markers and my gel pens. And this is really cute. And it really gets me into the season as well. It's tons and tons of pictures. And I'm looking forward to coloring a little bit this season. So hopefully that is something I can fit into my routine, which I'm trying to get away from, is the routine. But there's always something to do. You know, I'm a very busy woman. So this is something that I'm looking forward to. It was super affordable. It's published by Rock Point, the Sweet and Creepy Coloring Book. So if you're interested in that, then get into it. All right, so another thing I picked up in the month of August. Oh, okay, this one is called the Candy Apple Cauldron, and it's a candle by Bath and Body Works. And this was a very expensive candle. I mean, I was able to get it for like no more than 15 bucks, but this is a regularly like $40 candle. It's super pretty, and I just had to have it because of how pretty it is. Oh my god, it smells so good, and I'm really looking forward to burning this one, but I'm in no rush to do that, baby, because I got a lot of candles, and this was like $40. So I don't know if I just want to have it for display or what, but I love candles so much, and this is really pretty. So I had to add this one to my candle collection because I do have about, I don't know, 5 to 10 candles I haven't yet burned. So this one will be sitting for just a little bit, but I thought it was really pretty. So let's leave that right here for display in our video. And that is the Candy Apple Cauldron. Okay, the next thing that I got in August is another candle. This one is the Sweet and Spooky candle. It's super cute. It's pink with the ghosties on there. And I just thought it was the cutest little thing when I saw it. It has a little charm on here that you can use, and I thought it was really cute. So I got this one, and it smells very soft. This is a really, really soft type of like vanilla candle. So this is not going to give you that pumpkin smell or anything like that, but it'll give you a really soft smell. And I just thought it was cute to put out for decoration more than anything. So I'll be having that out this spooky season as well. Okay, another thing I picked up is this beautiful coffin from Michaels. I picked this one up this spooky season because I thought it was so cute. When I saw it, I couldn't help, I couldn't resist. It has a little lid on it. And I'm thinking about putting like my most favorite spooky tarot card deck in here and just storing it inside of this coffin. It's really cute. I got this from Michaels, and it was on sale for 40% off, I think. So it was like $11.99, 50% off, something like that, 40 or 50% off. So it was like $11.99, and then I had some reward points. So I really pay like $6 for this, really. Don't sleep on Michaels, guys. Michaels is amazing. So I have my little cauldron here, and I plan on using this, and just like I said, putting like my favorite little spooky deck in here for the season. So alrighty. And now the last couple things that I got outside of my decks, because I know this is a deck haul, but I did get a couple other little things from all over, but just to add to my spooky collection, I got some story cubes, and I also got some charms. I started a charm bucket, so these are some that I'm going to add to it. I picked these up from Michaels recently. I'm going to add this to my charm bucket. But let's talk about this. Let's go through this really quickly. This is the story cubes. They are so cute. I love working with story cubes. These are like the glow in the dark ones, and they all have spooky themes to it. So everything within it is all spooky. So you'll see bats, you'll see ghosts, you'll see all type of like witches and just like spooky things. And let me tell you guys how accurate these are. They are so scarily accurate. I'm about to pull some for you all. They are, you have the headless horseman. So you have so many different things that you can like intuitively read about. And it's cool. It's cool. Like if you're into it, I'm somebody who's into charms, period. I always pull charms and fortune cookies and stuff for my clients and for myself. So this was right up my alley to make me a little bucket full of story cubes for the spooky season. So this is 3 different story cube sets. One of them is called the Ghost Story Dice, if you're interested. I think I bought these used. Some of them I bought used because they're very expensive. I also put in the Magic Fairy Tale dice in here as well. And this book is really good. It'll tell you what the name of each of the dice are so that you don't get confused. So you'll know exactly what dice you're pulling. And then the other one is like a glow-in-the-dark story cube that I purchased as well. And this is pretty cool too. So if you guys want to pull a couple, let's do that really quickly. Sorry for the loud noise. Let's pull a couple. Okay, so I'm going to intuitively read this for you guys. This is not going to be for everybody, but let's read it. So we have kind of like this partnership agreement sort of deal. You can see people shaking hands, but behind this person's back is a sword. I'm getting 5 of Swords energy. Be very careful of contracts you sign, things that you go into partnership with, things like that I'm getting. We also have this guy or woman who has a hat. Let me let that focus. They have a hat. It's giving me kind of like construction or something where somebody, you could be dealing with a female in a business contract or a business deal. This could even just be like a representative. It doesn't even have to be anybody specifically you're doing business with, but this could be just like I don't know, some sort of agent. It could be anybody, someone that you're doing some sort of business deal with, an agreement with. Be very careful. I'm getting Tower energy. Okay. We've got the lightning with the rain. That's never good for anybody. Last time we had lightning and rain in this way, my power went out for days. I had to go to a hotel room. So this is never good for anybody. This feels like a tower moment. So again, I'm just encouraging you guys to be very careful with any contracts and deals that you make at this time. I don't feel like somebody's completely honest. There's a sword behind somebody's back. It's possible they may renege on the agreement or something of that sort. So just again, be very careful of any deals at this time. Okay. All right. So now let's take a quick look at my charm bucket. So I put together a charm bucket for this season. This was new for me. I never had a spooky season specific themed charm bucket. I've always just had general. So I specifically went to find different charms that I could use for spooky season. And I'll just show you guys a few of those. And these are pulling really accurate as well. I got some dice, some orange dice here. These are pulling super duper accurate as well. So if you're wondering, where do I get things like this from? I'll let you know. It's obviously somewhere affordable, right? Because I don't want to spend a ton of money for dice and charms. So I got a lot of mine from this. I got from the Metaphysical store. I haven't pulled this one yet. This is a pretty new one. But a lot of them I got from Michael's. I've gotten from Walmart. And I got a ton from, most of them are from Temu, to be honest with you, because Temu has charms super duper affordable. So don't be afraid to go on there and look up a few. And we can really be here all day. If you guys want to do a more in-depth video. I already had this one for a while. It's my Ouija key. Unlocking information is how I read it. But yeah, if you guys want to go into like a more in-depth video of my charm bucket, let me know and I can go through all of them for you. But for right now, I just wanted to show you a few of the spooky themed charms that I picked up this month. And really, I've been collecting these, I would say, for about a month or two. And again, it's very easy to, you know, collect these when you go to Michael's and Temu and stuff like that. Some of them I already had. So like this one is another one I've had for quite some time. And I identified it as being, you know, spooky themed. So I just added it to the bucket and I assigned meanings to them. So if you guys want, you know, we can just pull a couple of charms. I can show you how I read these. And again, they are very, very eerily accurate. Oh, Spencer's is another place you can get like little pins and stuff like that for cheap. I think they're like $1.99. I love Spencer's so much. I love Freddy Krueger. Oh my gosh. So that is a really fun one. So yeah, let's pull a couple of them. There's tons in here. You guys can see there's a couple of like letters, numbers, dice and stuff. So we can pull a few and see what we get. I haven't added these in. I got these from Michael's the other day and I haven't opened them yet. But let's do that and then we'll get into the decks, okay? Everything will be timestamped below, so if you are not interested in this segment, you can just fast forward. Okay, let's pull a few. I'm gonna pull a couple more. There we go. All right. Okay, so 4 is a predominant number. Here we got the number 4 twice. 444, 441, 144, something like that. You guys might be seeing some numbers, synchronicities. We also got 1 here with the dice. So you guys could be seeing synchronicities of 4 or 1. Both of those are here. I'm seeing a karmic connection here with the Chucky and Tiffany pen. You guys definitely have a karmic connection with someone, okay? Some of you guys are really good at making something. I don't know if it's lotion. I don't know if it's potion. I don't know if it's oil. I know I personally make oils. I don't know what it is that you are doing, okay? But there's this apothecary. That's the word coming to my mind. Apothecary quality that you have of making something that could be sold in a shop. Can you guys see the witch's shop? You guys have the witch hat as well. So you're very creative. You're kind of like this magician. I really need my wand. I got to stop leaving my wand, guys. I do that often, but I got to stop doing that. Because I get more ideas when I use my wand. But anyhow, you guys have this this ability to make something. And this doesn't have to be witchy related. It could be cookies. It could be a pie, a cake. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be tea. It could be some sort of drink, some food dish, some dinners that you're making. Something you guys are making that is good enough to be sold in a shop. You have magician energy associated with you. You have the number 4 and the number 1. Ones are all about that new beginning. So there's new beginnings for you. I also see a karmic connection here. I don't know if you're going in business with your partner or something like that, because you also have the 4. This talks about the solid foundations, okay? Maybe you're starting a new relationship with someone where there is a solid foundation with this person. Just be careful, because I do see them being kind of like a karmic, okay? So be careful about going into business with your partner, okay? We did see that story cube message about business deals with somebody and they had the sword behind their back. So I would encourage you to be careful about going into business with any partners that you have relationships with or start relationships with. We also have the scarecrow here. So I feel like something might be intimidating to you, to your partner, to somebody. There's some element that's a little bit intimidating. Maybe taking on this business is intimidating. Maybe starting a relationship is intimidating. I don't know what that is. You have to let me know below. But these are the charms that we got. And I just wanted to give a quick message, okay? So now we're 20 minutes out. I'm going to go ahead and get into our deck haul for the month of August. You know, to me, honestly, that is so hard for me to say because it just doesn't feel like September. Like, that's weird to me to say that we're in the month of September. Oh my goodness. So if I mess up, it's just because my brain hasn't processed the fact that August is over. We're now in September, and this is the August deck haul. Okay. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys the things that came into my collection in August that I had previously rehomed. There were a few decks that I really started to miss, and that's very abnormal for me. I usually don't miss anything that I let go of. I'm talking about men, I'm talking about clothes, I'm talking about no. Okay, all right. I'm talking about whatever, you name it. Once I let something go, I'm typically the type of person that's cool with it, okay? But there were a few decks I had rehomed in the past that I really started to miss. And so I'm going to show you guys those. They work their way back into my collection. And so let's start right there. The first one is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. This one is actually the first Oracle I ever picked up, ever. And I rehomed it because I just felt like I didn't need it anymore, right? I had got all these new decks. This was the first Oracle I ever had in my life. And there was all these new exciting decks coming out that this one just kind of got lost in that. But I started to feel like I needed my Fairy Godmother again after a very long time. So I wanted this one back. It is by Llewellyn. Beautiful deck. It's by Flavia Kate Peters, artwork by Julie. I might say this incorrectly, but Demia Meacham. That's the best I could do. Best I could do, baby. So sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but this one is one that I definitely wanted to get back into my collection again. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's accurate. It's never steered me wrong, even in the past, even when it has had hard messages, it has never steered me wrong. I do think that it has a level of spookiness to it, you know, for the season. It has a little bit of that dark energy. I do a lot of shadow work during the later portion of the year, and I do feel like this fits into that. It's the Fairy Godmother that loves you with hard, tough love. It feels like that. So some of the messages aren't always, you know, fluffy and sweet, but they are honest, and I can definitely appreciate that. And you guys can just see just from looking at the keywords, you know, some of them are harsh, some of them say shame and victimhood, you know, they're not all fluffy words. So it takes you there. And this is one that came back to me after a very long time, and I've been enjoying it. It does live in my fairy collection, which is quite large. Fairies are probably my favorite collection, along with my mermaids. So I will say that this is a collection that gets used quite a bit. So guys, this is my Fairy Godmother deck, and it came back to me in August, and I'm enjoying the artwork. I think it's beautiful, and yeah, I'm very happy to reunite with this deck. So pretty, look at that with the shoe. Oh my goodness. Okay, but again, the keywords can be a little harsh, you know, so it's not fluffy messages whatsoever. So yeah, and it's beautiful. It has the gold gilding on there, you know, and yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. Great backs. So this one came back to me. Okay, let's talk about the other one that came back to me in August. Another one that came back to me, it was the True Love Oracle. I did decide to pick up the new edition. Previously, I had the reading cards, which were quite a bit larger. This is the newer copy that has come out, published by Rockpool, and they're a bit smaller, but I wanted to have them back in my collection. These are the backs, which were different from the originals, and it does have some good kind of pink. I wouldn't necessarily call it rose gold, but kind of like a pinkish gilt on there. Really cute. This is a love deck, and what I like about this and what prompted me to want to get this back into my collection is that it's not a romantic deck that gives you all the butterflies and all the cutesies. No, that's not what this is. This one actually makes you go to deeper levels about parts of you that may need to be addressed and healed in order to have the type of love and relationship that you desire. So there's things about nurturing yourself. There's things about being a toxic feminine or toxic masculine, and having those type of traits. There's things about spiritual maturity, you know, and watering your own garden. There's things that you need to work on and within yourself in order to have the best love relationship with another. And so that is why I really wanted this one back. I love the colors, and I do have a space for this in my collection with a couple of other decks that I have that are very colorful, love related decks. And so this is one that I wanted to have back in my collection, and so I love it. I enjoy it, and you know, I encourage you to check this one out if it's something that you think might, you know, be befitting for you. This is the True Love Oracle cards once again, and this one is by Belinda Grace. So if you like that, go ahead and pick it up. Okay, another one that came to me in August is the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Riley Valentine. I did want to get the originals. Okay, so they do still make this deck. Hay House does, by Riley Valentine only, but it's not gilded. So you would be responsible for edging your own cards. I personally did not want that with this deck. I wanted the original. I wanted something that came gilded. I needed that because I had this deck before. When it first came out, my deck came gilded when it first came out, and I wanted that same sentiment this time around. I did not want to gild it by myself. So I did pick up an original copy with Doreen Virtue and Riley Valentine together that comes gilded, and I think it's a beautiful deck. This is one that I just wanted back into my collection, and it's still in order. Not that I haven't used it, because I have. I just put it back in order. And it's one that I think is really pretty. I recall working with it previously when I first got it, and I love the artwork. Has some archangels in there for me. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because I want to show you guys some of the minors. And I like all of the words on it. I like that I can use this as a tarot, but I can also use this as an oracle, right? If I just want to pull one card and get the message, I can do that. I don't have to pull a whole spread with this one. I love the artwork, and I was able to get this for a pretty good price for it to be an original, and it's in very good condition. So I was very happy to get this back to me, and we reunited. Again, this one is the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Riley Valentine. And I'm very happy to get that back to me. It's in really good condition. I'm really pleased with the one that I got. So yeah, that's that deck there. not really Halloween themed. Sometimes I jump all over the place. It just really depends on how I'm feeling in the moment. Sometimes I just want Halloween theme. Sometimes I want something a little different. So, all right, the last deck that came back to me after a long period of us being disconnected, shall we say, is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Now, you guys know Stacey DeMarco is coming out with the Queen of the Sun Oracle this week, and I have not pre-ordered it. I did have it pre-ordered originally, and I decided to cancel and just wait. I want to wait until that deck really calls me, and it hasn't called me right now. And so I'm going to wait until I know that is something that I absolutely want to work with. And that wants to work with me, right? Because it's a partnership when we have these decks. It's not just one of us, you know, it's the deck. For me, it's the deck as well as myself. So this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I did go ahead and edge mine in a gold color just because it needed that pop. I'm happy to have this one back. I've always loved this deck. I just felt like I had outgrown it at some point as I got new decks in my collection. This was a deck I had very early on in my practice, and so I had worked with this for a long time. I had her elemental deck, I had her animal, divine animal deck. I had all of Stacey DeMarco's decks, and I just felt like I had used them and learned from them and outgrown them. But there's a time when you get to certain points in your life where you need something familiar, I guess. You need something that's been with you for a long time. You need something that knows you, and you need to, refer to that. And I think that's where I am right now. I don't know, guys. I'm still learning how to identify certain things because I'm an Aquarius. I'm not a very highly emotional person. Sometimes I'm not really tapped into how I feel. Sometimes I'm just going on autopilot and doing what needs to be done in my life and in my day. And so really emotions and all that processing comes last for me. So sometimes it's hard to really describe things because I really don't spend time processing feelings and emotions like that. And that's just how I am. Not by choice, it's a bit of being Aquarius, and it's a bit of just the circumstance that I've been presented with in my life where I have to be present in my daily. I don't have time to sit and process emotions all day. I've dealt with a few water signs, I'll say. And that was something I struggled with dealing with water signs, is that they were so emotional and had all this processing. I was just like, how do you make time for that? But anyway, this is the deck, the Queen of the Moon, and it has come back into my collection. I feel like this deck knows me very well, and it will help me to connect with me a little bit better. And when the time comes for me to get the Queen of the Sun, then I will. But for right now, I think I still have some work that I want to do with the Queen of the Moon. So that is this one here. Let me know if you guys have this in your collection. If you're getting the Queen of the Sun, let me know too. Is that like an automatic that you have to have both? Do you wait to get both? How do you guys decide when it's the right time to get a second edition of something or the series, All right, so now we're going to move forward. We're going to talk a little bit about a couple of other decks that I got in my collection. Let's start off with the Land of Giants Oracle. This is by Stephen Hutton, and I love this deck because it is the same author as the Ravenswand, which has been in my collection since the beginning of time. So I was really excited to see that he has come out with another deck. I went ahead and edged it in this purple color just because of the backs. They kind of have that deep, dark purple, and I felt like this would go with it really good. I hope you guys can see that well. But let's talk about it. This one here is living in my collection for my more playful decks. yeah, things to help me get into my little inner child. That's where this is living right now, as well as the Raven's wand. But it's not fluffy fluffy, you know. It's cute, but it's not so fluffy. I feel like I can still go into like my shadow work that I'm doing around this time of year with this. I feel like it has a little bit of dark to it, so I like that. But it also is gentle enough. So when I get done with like those more harsher decks, this would be one that I would probably pick up to lighten it up a little bit for me, to connect me more to my childlike energy. It's very important to do that. When you start doing like your shadow work and you get into those times when you're using those darker, harsher decks, it's very important to also mix that in with some fluffier, lighter, childlike decks as well, you know, because the point of shadow work isn't to blame yourself. It's not to be harsh and condemn yourself at all. It's to acknowledge and bring up parts and aspects of yourself that you would like to change, or at least just heal and acknowledge, right? But it's not to punish yourself either. So I think it's really important to have these softer decks to get into that, you know, kind of go with that same energy that's a little bit more shadowy, like our owl, but it's not harsh. It has a fun, childlike energy to it as well. And it can bring you back into those more playful, softer spaces. And I think that's important. So that's how I'm going to be using this one. Okay, this is the Land of Giants by Stephen Hutton. I did edge mine again in this purple. I hope you guys can see that. I don't think the lighting down here is that great today. I don't know why, but okay, let's keep going and moving forward because I got some more goodies for you all. I hope you've enjoyed some of the goodies I've shared so far. We looked at books, we looked at charms and story dice and stuff, and coloring books and candles. So I hope that you guys are okay with me doing that. I know it's a pretty lengthy video, but I hope you guys are okay with me sharing literally everything that I picked up. So the next thing we're going to take a look at, oh, is my baby. Oh my God, it's my baby. It's the Nova Witch Tarot. Oh my God, this one came in within the last few days, within the last week. And baby, when I tell you, I have fallen in love with her. She is amazing. And I'm just trying to figure out how I want to edge this. I've considered silver and I've considered a blue. And I'm not sure because I use it with my Solitary Witch Oracle, which I have edged in blue. And I also use it with my Medicine Heart Oracle, which I also have edged in blue. So I don't know if I want to do this in blue or if silver seems right, like a silver ink pad. So that's to be decided. Beautiful box, beautiful deck. These are the backs. Tarot-wise, size-wise, these are much larger than a regular tarot. This is published by Blue Angel, which is my absolute favorite publishing company in terms of like cardstock. This is beautiful. I love it. I love the thickness of it. I love everything about this deck. And I've been using it almost every day since I got it. I told you guys I'm in that shadow energy, and the black and white in this deck really just helps to assist me here in where I am. But this deck I love because it's empowering. When you do shadow work, sometimes you feel, I don't know what's the word that I would love to use, but I'll settle for a weekend. You feel vulnerable. Thank you, Spirit. You feel vulnerable. You feel vulnerable when you're doing shadow work. This deck here, it brings you back to an empowered state where you can do shadow work, but you can own that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can own it in a way that makes you feel empowered. And that's what I love about this one so much. I've been really enjoying the artwork here. And yeah, that's all I can say. That's all I can say is I'm loving this one so much. And I've been using it almost every day. Again, I use this with my Solitary Witch Oracle. That is a really great pair. And I use this with my Medicine Heart Oracle. And I'm looking for a third oracle that I think will be best with this. And that's to be determined because I'm not sure yet. But let me know, guys. Did you guys get this one already? Are you waiting for it to come? Because I know Llewellyn usually gives us our decks a little early. So I got this one about a week ago. So this is still on pre-order on Amazon. So do you have it? Are you waiting for it? Are you getting it? Let me know below. This is the Nova Witch Tarot. Absolutely stunning deck with beautiful quality. And all I need to do is decide, you know, what color I want to edge it in. All right. On to the next. We got a couple spooky decks for you that I love because I'm all about my spooky season. I was able to pick this next deck up for Little of Nothing. It's something that I've always had my eye on, but it was always super duper expensive and I couldn't get with it because it was a majors only deck. You know, like I don't want to spend $40 on something that's a majors only. That feels to me like a ripoff. So I waited until like I was able to find this one for about 20 bucks. It's the Tarot, the Ghoulish Garbs Tarot, say that 3 times, deck and guidebook. Beautiful display. Quality wise, this is everything. Look at that, guys. It's everything. It feels so smooth and good in your hands. And again, it's just a majors only. It's a majors only. It's only a few cards here, so you're not going to really get much, but it is a really beautiful presentation and a beautiful box. Very, very beautiful. I can't complain. But I was able to get this for $19.99, and then I had some like points, gift cards, whatever, what have you. So I really end up getting this for little of nothing, which is what I like to hear. Especially when a deck is like 40 bucks for 22 cards, just, you know. But these feel so good in your hands. They are regular tarot size, which also was something that played into my decision with this one, because I felt like, okay, if I'm going to use this as a major only deck, then 9 times out of 10, I'll be using this as a, you know, major overall energy card. And I usually like those to be bigger than my tarot. I don't want them to be the same size as my tarot. I like my overall energy card to stand out. It's the center of the reading. I want it to be large and in charge. And these weren't. These were regular tarot size. So that really was something that, you know, that I considered when purchasing this deck and considering the price. Was it worth it, you know? And so when I found it on sale, I was like, yeah, I'll get it, you know, I'll get it for this price. And I'm glad I did. I think it's a beautiful deck, very colorful, very amazing. I do have the Creatures of the Night Oracle, I think, and the Tarot. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second, because I'm probably looking at it. It's the Kickstarter deck that I got last year. I did a whole video on it. It was called Creatures of the Night Oracle and the Tarot 81 Halloween Oracle or something of that sort. Those are very large, beautiful, and they kind of, you know, tie into the same theme, you know, same theme, very, very beautiful. So I'll be using those together as well. So let me know what you think about this. Is this one that you have in your collection? It does come black gilded as well, but this is how many cards you're gonna get. You're gonna get about 22 cards, baby. 22 for 20 bucks. So let me know. And I'm still happy I got it. I am, you know, because like I said, I did have some points and reward points and things like that to help. And I'm very pleased to have this in my collection, and they are very accurate. So what I've been doing is sometimes in the morning, I might pull one of these cards, one oracle card, and a couple tarots. Keep it very short, very brief. And I'll pull some story cubes and some charms, and that'll be my reading. A spooky little reading full of intuition. I won't get many cards, but it comes out so accurate. So I like using these to kind of gauge my intuition, and just pull a really short reading. Let me know if you like that. The last spooky deck that I got in my collection in the month of August, excuse me, is the Halloween Forever Oracle here by Tess Whitehurst, artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I do have quite a few of these type of decks with these little, I don't know if you want to call them dolls, but I have a few of these. I got sucked in and pulled in starting last year. And now I feel like I have maybe 5 decks like this. Totally beautiful. This is the inside of the box. I felt like somebody wanted to see that. And these are the cards. And I edged mine in orange. And just to give it that spooky feeling a little bit more than what it had, it has a very nice guidebook as well. Again, I felt like somebody wanted to see this. This is just the paper that it comes with. And this is the guidebook, kind of thick. You guys can see. There you go. All right. And this was the cards. So I struggled a little bit with this when I first got it. I had to edge it to really connect a little bit more. And I guess the reason why I struggle is because I didn't see or feel Halloween. It did not, you know, give me Halloween feelings from some of the cards. Some of them, yeah. Others, not so much. And so that, and then some of the images were repetitive. Things I've seen in other decks like this, and I didn't like that. Planetary Wisdom does not give me Halloween. Does not give me spooky. Does not give me that. I'm sorry. This one might, right? But there was a few, like this one, I guess the Candy Corn, okay, I can see that one. Candy Witch. Medusa's Mysteries, I think I've seen this before. Tiger Lily Nymph. This doesn't give me Halloween, and I feel like I've seen it in other decks. So some of them just really didn't give me what I needed from it to feel like I feel like the theme got lost somewhere, you know, when it came to the illustrator. I feel like the theme might have gotten lost a little bit at times. You know, like keep your eye on the mission here, honey. This is Halloween theme, you know, and I feel like some of them were a little lost. So edging it in orange helped me a little bit to feel like I was in that spooky season. There was a lot of references to Santa Muerte as well in this deck. I have Santa Muerte oracles and tarots and stuff, so I wasn't really looking for that. Like, this doesn't give me Halloween at all. And so I did struggle a bit, but I do feel like since I edged it, it helps me connect a little bit more to it. And I'm looking forward to working with it here and just kind of seeing how it plays out. Like I said, there's a lot of Santa Muerte references in this deck. But let me know, guys, is this on your wish list? Are you getting it? Did you get it from Llewellyn? You know, what's the plan here? And this is the Halloween Forever Oracle. I got mine from Llewellyn. They shipped it a little bit sooner than expected, which I'm not mad about whatsoever. All right, so those were my spooky themed decks. And now we're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to switch gears and talk about a few others that I had picked up in the month of August. Make sure you guys grab you a drink. I know this video is getting a little lengthy. If you need to pause and come back, baby, just do what you got to do. I'll be right here, okay? The next one we're going to take a look at is going to be the Forest Tales. I had to pick this one up because I have the whole collection. I have the Moon Witch. This is by Cosmic Valeria. I got this off of Etsy. It's an independent deck. I got the Moon Witch Oracle. I have the Flowers Oracle. I have the Tarot. I have all of them. I have all of them. So this is in that collection, and I just felt like I wanted to make sure I got this newest edition. This is the Forest Tales. And when I first got this one, I mean, I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed at how dark the images were. I feel like I had to struggle a little bit to make out certain images and features, whereas in the other oracles that I had, I didn't have to work so hard. Like, there should be a contrast, you know, and this one was weird to me. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. And I also don't like how, if this is forest and I already have one that's for flowers and stuff, please don't give me flowers in this deck. I already have one that has flowers. So why am I getting more flowers? You know what I'm saying? Like, that irritated me. And it also irritated me that some of the images were super dark and there was not a lot of contrast between the animal in the background or the skin tone in the background or whatever it was. So I'm working harder to connect with this one than I expected. I do think that it's still beautiful. I really do. I just think I'm working a little harder to connect with it. I'm thinking that if this was forest, we should have just left it forest. We should have just gave me all deers or animals or something that I could find in the forest, you know. But now we're getting to another thing they do is they get into people. So they get into Artemis, and then there's some other people in here, and I'm like, are these people related to the forest? I feel like I need to do my research to see if Artemis is a forest person, or, you know, some of the other people in here are forest people. Is Amanita Muscaria a forest person? I've never heard of this person before, but I feel like I need to do my research to see the origin and if this is related. How is it related to the forest? You know, is this someone who I would find in the forest? You know, and again, if this is a forest deck, please don't give me a bunch of herbs and flowers. And, you know, I already have that oracle from this same exact, you know, publisher and artist. I don't need to have another one full of the same thing. It just doesn't make sense. Birch trees, things like that, for instance. So, but overall, I'm working on connecting with this one. This was another one I struggle with because it's so dark. I could barely see the difference between the cave and the trees. And, you know, it just doesn't really, there's no contrast in the colors, you know. And the cardstock is a lot different than the cardstock of the other decks. It's a lot thinner, and the foiling is a different color. The edging is a different color than that of the other decks. It's a pretty edging gold, but it doesn't blend with the other decks, so I couldn't mix them together. So I hate to complain, but, you know, when I spend money on my indie decks, you know, I have certain expectations for them, and this one just felt a little bit short for me. So that is that. Let us keep moving forward. I'm going to show you guys the next two together because they're by the same person. I got this off of Amazon, written by Ellie Gray. It is the Thriving Tapestry and the Togetherness Quilt. I found these to be very beautiful. I don't use them together though. I use them with two different categories in my collection. Okay. So this one here is the Thriving Tapestry, which is all about little foxes and in the forest. And I love stuff like that. Look at these cute little backings. So cute, right? So I love that. And then this one here is a Togetherness Quilt. And this is all about like quilt work, patchwork. And it's so beautiful. I use this in a whole different, part of my collection. I love the butterflies on the back. I think those are so pretty. But I'll show you guys these both together because I got them off Amazon. They had a really great sale on them last month. I think they were like 50% off. They have words at the bottom. Really pretty. And I suppose you could use them together if you really wanted to. I just don't. I use this one with more of my woodsy decks that have boxes and stuff and animals in it. And then I use this one with, what do I want to label it as? With my Wild Offerings Oracle, my Divine Abundance Oracle, my Divine Beloved Oracles. I'm looking at them now so I can kind of see the name of it. But that's what I use this one with. That's what I pair it with. It's kind of like my little affirmation at the end, if you will. Because it's all full of buttons and stuff and quilts and patterns. And I like that. So you guys will have to tell me what you think about this. I think it's beautiful. And I really love the artwork. They had these on sale last month. Okay, so this again is the Thriving Tapestries, and it has really pretty backs. Really pretty backs. They also have a tarot, which I'm considering getting too. I don't know if I will or won't, but hey, I have 2 of the oracles so far. I think they have a couple more oracles by this company. Lumicella. And you guys let me know what you think. I think they're really cute and I enjoy working with them. Okay, a couple more. Now we're going to get into something that I got from Llewellyn. It's called the Light Coal Apothecary. Big, huge box. Look how big and thick this box is. Oh my gosh. I do have all the other decks by Izzy Ivy. So this just naturally, it was one that was going to come into my collection because I have the tarot. I have the Beyond Lemuria Oracle. Excuse me. You know, I have the others by her. So when this one came out, I did pre-order it. And it has a chunky guidebook. Look how chunky. Chunky, chunky, chunky. And here are the cards. They're a little smaller than what I expected. I do like my cards to be big. You guys know that I don't like nothing small, honey. I'm go large or go home all the way. So, they're a little smaller, but it's all right. Here are the cards. They're not gilded, which is a disappointment because the tarot, the last deck by Izzy Ivy, did come gilded. So why are we going backwards? I don't know. But I would have appreciated that, especially for the price of this deck. It is close to $40 without any sort of discount. So I would have really appreciated it to be gilded. Okay. This is one that I think is nice, but I do think that it's pretty samey. Unfortunately, when I flip through cards, everything looks the same except that middle object that they usually have in the center. So, you know, you'll notice that they have like an object in the center, and then most of it, sometimes the backgrounds are just the same. Same with the, you know, the wings and just changing the object. Same with the wings, maybe the color is a little different and just changing the object. So, you know what I mean? I just felt like, I felt like this one could have been a little bit more well thought out as far as artwork goes. I'm not sure who does the artwork here for this deck, but yeah, that was a disappointment for the price. Definitely a disappointment. And I'm considering if I want to keep this deck or not. And, you know, I usually don't give reviews that are this harsh. I usually am very, you know, so excited about every deck that I get, every deck that comes to my collection. I'm like, yay, 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 this is so beautiful. I can't wait to work with it. You know, but I want to give honest reviews with you guys. And I want you guys to know when my expectations aren't met, you know, with certain things. Especially when we pay $40 for it. I want to be honest. You know, I don't want to get 2 cards that look just the same and I just paid you $40. And all you did was give me a different color background and some different words. That's unacceptable. So I'm being very honest. And again, I told you guys I'm going through my shadow work energy during this time period. So I think I am just a little tougher. I think I am just a little tougher during this period, you know, anyway. Um, so forgive me if I do feel like I'm, you know, come across harsh. But that was just my initial thoughts of this deck. Okay, you know, if you like it, I encourage you to purchase it. You know, I'm never going to discourage anybody from purchasing something that they enjoy. I just wanted to show you guys these cards, and if it's something that you want to pick up, you know, I encourage you to do so. This is the Light Code Apothecary, again from Izzy Ivy. And I do have all of her other decks as well, so this one would fit right in with it. All right, guys, we only have 3 more decks and then we're all done. Are you guys still with me? If you're still with me, give me a pumpkin in the chat. Who are my real supporters? Like, who really sticking with me for real today? I want to know, you guys, if you really mess with me like that, give me a pumpkin in the chat and let me know you're still with me this far into the video. 3 more decks and then we're done here. I did pick up the Divine Tea Time deck, and I was hesitant to do so because everybody said that, you know, this isn't an oracle. It's just a recipe. It's just a recipe, you know? And I said, okay, well, I liked what I saw, and I wanted to give it a chance. I really like the box, and you know, I'm a tea person. I love tea. I absolutely love having a good cup of tea. I love teacups. Oh my gosh. Like I love purchasing teacups, you know, and so this is one that I would love to have, just even if it's just on display, is this deck here. I love the backs of them, and they do just have just a recipe, you know. It's nothing fabulous about this one, but I think for aesthetic purposes, this is one that I wanted to pick up. Even if it's just to use the card holder, it does come with a card holder here. And so even if it's just to use the card holder and just put it on display, you know, while I'm doing a reading, you know, just have it sitting up like this, you know, or something like that, while I have other decks around that match the tea theme. You know, I do have teapots, and I would love to do tea readings. I have started to do candle wax readings, so I'm working on that. That's a little different, doing the candle wax readings in the cup. But I want to do coffee cup readings, you know, and I just felt like this would be a cute deck just to kind of put on display, you know, and not necessarily for the recipes, which of course you can always use if I want to make some tea, which I do often. I can go grab the ingredients and do it, you know, but I really love the colors, and I loved the artwork. So that's why I decided to pick this one up. It comes in this blue edging, and like I said, I think it would be cute just to put, you know, you can put these inside of a teacup and just like set it out for display, you know what I mean? I just felt like it would be really cute, and they were super affordable. This deck was very inexpensive, so I wanted to give it a try. That is the Divine Tea Time inspiration cards. If you like that, let me know below. And our last 2 decks are decks that I've already shown on the channel. I've already done unboxing videos, so you guys have seen these already. If you've watched any of my previous videos, it's the Earth Song Oracle by Tarn Ellis. Very, very beautiful, lovely deck. I fell in love with this one from the moment that I got it. Love it, love it, love it. Look at those backs, baby. Look at that color, baby. It's so pretty, right? I love it. And I love how earthy this feels to me. My energy feels so grounded when I use this deck. And so I have to pick and select certain times to use it, because there's times when I don't feel grounded and it just wouldn't match where I am. So there's certain times that I would use these for sure. Now is not one of those times, unfortunately, but I can't wait until I come out of this cycle that I'm in so that I can get back into that energy of grounding and stuff. And this is one I'm looking forward to working more closely with. How pretty, right? So guys, if you want to see more of this deck, please check out my unboxing video. It's there for you. This is the Earth Song Oracle by Tarn Ellis, and it's a really beautiful and lovely deck. I love it. Okay, and the last deck I want to show you all, the very last deck. Oh, we got one that's got stuck in the box. Let's see what it says. Oh, we got two. Storm, chaos, anger, and turbulence. In difficult and turbulent times, remember this too shall pass. Card number 25. And we have tree, growth, life, established. Reach for your potential and focus on obtaining wisdom. You know, I'm just getting from these two cards, you know, if you're going through some stuff right now where, I don't know, you've went through a tower moment, things are kind of shaken up. You are stable. You're strong. You don't bend. You know how there's a storm, but most of the time, the tree won't fall down. The tree is sturdy. The tree is stable. You can shake it, but you ain't going to destroy it. And you're not going to knock it down. And I feel like that's how you have to be right now during the difficult times, you know, that you go through. You got to be stable and strong and sturdy, you know, and you cannot bend. Okay? So that's the message from those two little cards that were stuck at the bottom of the box. Love this deck so much. So pretty. So beautiful. And the very last deck I want to show you guys for the August deck haul. It feels so weird to say August. I remember we were at January. What's going on? It's the Feminine Wisdom Oracle here that I have by Leah Androic. It is such a beautiful deck. I did do a full unboxing on my channel of this deck. So you're welcome to check that out if you want to see more. This is one I've put to the side for the time being, just because self-care comes after my shadow work. So right now I'm not in self-care mode. I'll be doing that probably afterward. How pretty though, right? Just a gorgeous deck. I love it so much. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to this, you know. This feels like spring, almost like spring energy, you know. So I'll be pausing on this for just a moment because we're going into our darker months, and I know what I need to do right now. It's not this light fluffy stuff. And I don't know, I'm always like this. I don't know why. I'm always like this at this time of the year. So this is on pause, but I'm excited to have it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I have a space for it within my self-care decks. And yeah, if you guys want to see like a walkthrough of my space, let me know. I have a space just specifically for my practice. You know, it's not within the living quarters of my home or anything like that. It's just a separate space for me. And if you guys are interested in seeing what that looks like and how I've set that up, I'd be happy to give you a walkthrough of it and how I store my cards and everything like that, because you guys know I have about 1 million decks. So I love to show you how I store them and things like that. So let me know. Leave me a comment below. This again is the Feminine Wisdom Oracle by Leah Androic. It's beautiful. I mean, I just pretty much showed you all of the cards, but I have a slower walkthrough on my channel as well. All right, guys, that's it. That's all. You know, that wasn't too much, was it? No, that wasn't too much at all. I didn't get that much. I don't have a shopping problem. Not at all. What are you talking about? So that is it. That's what I got this month, or I guess last month, now that we're in September. If you like this video, make sure you're giving me my thumbs up and all that good stuff. If you like my charms and you want to see more about my charms buckets, let me know. I love to show you more. And yeah, let's just get ready for our spooky little season and what comes next. And I thank you guys so much for watching Lala Tarot. Give me that like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.